I'm so excited to share some photos and clips from our recent trip to Las Vegas. It was my first time ever flying, and I was glued to the window for the whole 4-hour flight. I just loved looking down at all the beautiful scenery and especially seeing the view of the mountains from the top. I've added some footage of us arriving in Vegas and driving down the strip to our hotel, as well as some of the fun things we did and the food that we ate during our stay. We were on vacation for a total of 4 days, so I only have a few what's for dinners to share from when we got back home, which I've added to the end of this video. This was so much fun for us and such a needed getaway. Originally, we planned to get away and when we got married and go on a honeymoon in Vegas, but COVID happened and we had to change our plans. The timing and the money just worked out, and we were so happy to escape the cold Michigan weather for a few days.
Hey, hey. Thought he was talking to me. I'm like, hey.
You made it back, huh?
Yeah, I'm always there.
So back to reality and cooking for ourselves again. For this first meal, I have made kebabs for dinner, which turned out having just various meat, potatoes, and onions on them. I planned to make rice and vegetables on the side, but other things came up and that didn't happen. We were getting our taxes done this day and had to leave and come back, and honestly, I was still tired from the plane ride home and the time differences, as well as daylight savings happening when we returned. It took me a little bit of time to get back to feeling normal again. In the end, I ended up popping some tater tots on a baking sheet in the oven for a fast side just to fill the boys up. We had a huge bag of tater tots from Sam's Club, and so they just keep making an appearance in our dinners. It's not that we love tater tots that much, it's just that we had such a big bag of them and need to use them up. Well, now that everything is in workable pieces, I just put them all on the skewers. I wanted the salmon kebabs, and I'm the only one here that eats salmon, and Bill is the only one that eats shrimp. I knew the sausage would cook up quick like the shrimp, so that's why they got paired together. Other than that, there was no rhyme or reason how I put these skewers together. Since I didn't feel like going out in the cold to grill, I baked the kebabs on the oven on this night. I just sprinkled them with some Mrs. Dash chipotle seasoning and brushed on some minced garlic and some melted butter mix that I made myself and just popped in the microwave. It was a very simple and delicious meal. The next meal was really easy to put together. I made some smothered pork chops in the crock pot, and the only seasoning that I added to these was some seasoning salt. And then I added some canned soup. I used a can of cream of celery soup, a can of cream of potato soup, and a can of cream of chicken soup. And so I also added a cut up onion. I left the onion pieces pretty big because I wanted to be able to pick around them. And that was it. I just put it in the crock pot and covered it until we got home from work. And I made up some instant mashed potatoes on the side, and we just had that with some of the gravy from the pork chops on top, and that was our dinner on this night. This is what the pork chops look like when we got home. It made a really nice gravy, and the pork chops were really tender and not dried out. And the last really simple meal was just some BLTs, really self-explanatory. I fried up some bacon, toasted some bread, and then just put our sandwiches together the way we like them. Everybody in the house really likes bacon sandwiches. The guys usually just have theirs with bacon and mayonnaise and maybe a piece of cheese on regular bread. I'm the only one that toasts my bread for my BLTs, but this was how mine came together. And again, we ended up having those tater tots. And that's it for those What's for Dinner videos. I'm glad you came along. Thank you for watching. If you liked, please make sure that you subscribe to our channel so that you can see more videos in the future.